Hi guys, welcome back to the Mom's View. Today we have a man on our couch.
A man. That is what he is. He is a man.
This is Jorge Nevares. Did I pronounce that right? And he has a YouTube channel called Realitychangers where you vlog and make amazing music with his incredibly talented and passionate daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen?
So,
you've seen
yeah,
that? Yeah.
amazing.
I remember the first time I saw Home and I just started crying. If you have not seen this video, it's amazing. Your daughter, I don't know how she is so incredibly passionate, but it's such a moving channel and we're so excited to have you here.
I'm really happy to be here. I'm nervous and I'm excited. I'm surrounded by very beautiful women, and I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy too.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for coming.
So tell us, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Wow, it happened by accident, and I think I didn't expect this at all.
Yeah.
I was at UCSD. It was during midterms, and it was during the time where my daughters were still dealing with the separation of Nancy and I. Nancy is the mother of my children, and the mothers of my children. The mother of my children. Oh my God! Right. And I decided to. I've always sung to them since they were babies, and in fact, when Alexa was born, I sang to her, and she recognized my voice, and nobody believes me, but I used to sing to Nancy's stomach all the time, and then when she was born, she was crying, and all of a sudden she just calmed down, and I was like, whoa,
That's cool.
We started young, and didn't expect all of this, so this idea, this theme of unexpected accidents and just things happens is part of my life.
Yeah, because that video, when you uploaded that video, it got millions of views. You're on Ellen DeGeneres, right? Seacrest.
And it created a ripple effect. I remember when I uploaded it, and, it was out of just plain fun. I had just some YouTube channel where I just posted stuff. Mm-hmm. And I decided to put it up, and literally 5 days later, no joke, it was like at 2 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the first person that called me was actually Ellen DeGeneres' producer. It was at 200,000 views still. And I was like, whoa. And she called my house phone, which was weird because I was wondering how did she get my house phone? But
She knows.
Ellen knows everything.
right away I knew if I could reach to Ellen DeGeneres, if I could reach to her, I could reach to other people. And I still to this day underestimate what we do, because we reach out to not just single fathers, single mothers, but also everyone in the armed forces that is overseas that is missing their families. Just this video just captured people's attention, imagination, and I hope that it inspired them to really understand the importance of interactions with their children.
Yeah.
That's great.
And you're a single father, and this is the Mom's View. We talk about parenting and kids and life,
Really?
and that's what we do here. Yeah. So, we want to hear about your experience being a single father and raising your children as a single parent.
It was really hard. It's
Yeah.
been really hard. If I begin from the very beginning, I want to start with this. I was the first person in my entire family to graduate high school and graduate from college. So for me to begin my college life with my daughter Alexa was one of the hardest things. Being a father, being a student, having to live by my own, because I had never lived on my own, and until we had Alexa. So I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was like, oh my God, it was a pain in the butt. No, it was like one of the most. I learned to really pick myself up by myself and not look back and just keep going and not give up, because there isn't just me. I'm looking forward for it to my kids, and my education is for the kids, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through.
Yeah.
Is go through college and raise the kids and be in a relationship, which I'm gonna be really honest. It took a toll on the relationship between Mom and I, because I was in school, and my mind was always somewhere else, and and with the kids, and so I was young. I was 17 when Alexa was born.
Wow.
So.
And how do the kids? How do they deal with the fact that you guys are separated?
It was tough, and
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I push music into my kids, and because music is a way for them to express themselves and for them to vent and for them to let go of and not be so sad about what we don't have, you know. And so I told Alexa, like, you know, you can express your pain and even your happiness even when you fell down from your bike through music. And when I posted that video, that was what I feel Home captured, that song Home by Edward South and Magnetic Zeros. And it just encapsulated everything we've been through, you know, and this idea of like just staying together regardless of what's happening, coming back home and feeling like we're inseparable and always, you know, picking each other up.
I love that you.
Like
I know that you. Do you guys ever do that with your? I mean, is there something you tell your kids to do to help get emotions out? I mean, music is such an obvious thing.
I don't know. I think I actually wanted to ask you, like with our kids, how we both have kids that are on the internet, and you know, now you guys, how do you handle that? Like, has that been?
Well, it's funny because I asked your husband, Shay, I was like, dude, how do you handle that? You know? and he's like, you know, I told him I mean, I think it's scary. It's scary, one, at first, because you're putting your kids out there. Yeah, you never know who's watching. I mean, it's a beautiful place out there, but it's also, you know, there's a lot of dark areas, but I think what we have to deliver to the world, whether it's dark or light, it's a message, and that message is like positive family, positive community, positive art, positive music. And I think if I keep thinking that way and deliver that message, my fans, my viewers, my reality changers, as I call them now, they're the reality changers, because they're changing their own reality by thinking positive of their own life. It's an interdependent relationship. You know, we give and they give back because they give us their feedback, and that inspires us to keep going.
Yeah, and I think going back to the question Lisa asked was, I think that's a way for our kids to, you know, they know that people are watching them and they can express themselves and be loved for it. You know, they get so much positive feedback from that, and there is negative, but they get so, you know, they know that people love watching you and people love what you do, and you have so much to give,
confidence.
And
Yeah, and I mean, Alexa picks up the camera by herself sometimes. She'll be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" She did like a little like performance the other day. She picked up the camera and she put her hat on my glasses and my shoes. She was like, "Da-na-na, da-na-na." I'm like, dude. And so, which is what I see is my daughter's growing up to feel confident of herself and not being afraid of being on camera representing the world, camera representing the real world. You know, there's gonna be people out there that are gonna criticize you, or not. They're gonna be people that are gonna hurt you, but you know what? You have to keep going and just keep playing. Being you. You know, and so I feel like that's what I feel goes through my head when I pick up my camera when I'm vlogging. Yeah, I'm still nervous about that.
But they understand. I mean, they read the comments and they understand.
I read in the comments. Obviously, Eliana, she's not old enough to read, but Alexa is she reads the comments, and some of the comments are. Have you had those comments sometimes?
Yeah.
Jesus,
who are you?
Yeah. Are you? The ones just fire me up when they're like mean to Cooper. I'm like, oh yeah, don't mess with me. I'll come after you. I'll come find you. You leave Cooper alone. You can be mean to me, but do not be mean to my child.
But you see what I mean? That's the same reaction I get.
You do that too. I'm like, I read the comments and you'll find the only one that is negative. I'm like, there was no negative comments. They're all good. And you're like, nope.
There's one. That one. It just and it makes you rethink what you're like. There's one comment I got. It was like, you're using your kids and this and that.
Oh yeah, we get that one all.
And then I go back and I'm like, am I really using? No. I'm like, oh my god, this comment is in my head.
To you. Yeah, it's hard.
Because somehow they find those little insecurities. It does make you worried that people are going to feel like you're using your kids.
But it makes you stronger because you read the positive ones and it's like, look at how much we're giving to people. You know? Yeah. And I don't know if you have this, but every time we get a negative comment, there's like 10 others with like, how can you
we have an army fighting for me.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You don't belong.
You're a troll.
You don't understand the idea of this. It's not about the quality of singing. It's about the quality of bonding between father and daughter. I'm like, yes. You go. And I tweet them. I retweet them or something. You know.
Do you feel like being a single father, you get a bad rap sometimes?
Yes and no. Yes, because this world, I feel like our world is built on like this on a hyper masculine theme. You know, like men are supposed to go to work and women are supposed to be in the kitchen and work and not working and blah blah blah. And that still is the reality of some women and some men in third world countries and like countries that are not in the United States. So I get some fans and some viewers and some people that like from overseas saying, like, Jorge, where's mom? Jorge, what are you doing? And like, and which is okay because that's what they know. That's how they know. That's their culture. That's their way of life. It's like men are supposed to go to work because that's how they provide for their families. But see, what they don't know is that what I do with my children is providing. I'm providing with them. I'm providing. I'm putting food on the table with what I do, like our episodes, and that's my way of working. But it's just rare because you don't see a father sharing his life like this and making money out of it, which is what I think we're all doing. But it's not about that. I don't want to make it about money. It's about inspiring people. It's about reaching out to others that don't have that opportunity and sparking their imagination to expand their horizons.
And the fact that you can be a father and teach your children while you're doing that is like the dream.
Yes.
It's like a blessing that
Exactly.
because children aren't going to remember your paychecks that you bring home. They remember the memories, and we like it's such a blessing to be able to be doing this for like a job. But
Alexa asks me still. She says, "Dad, what do you do for work?"
No, that's I feel dumbfounded right now. Like I haven't really been taking this into like realization that Cooper and I or whatever this is like it is changing people's lives, and it makes me feel like all the struggles I went through. I remember so many times with the divorce and everything being like playing the violin. Why me? Why this? Why am I struggling so hard? Why can't I get past this? And the other day I was just on Formspring, like answering questions back to my fans, and it finally hit me that, like you said, if I can just help one girl, prevent one girl from going through the heartache and the hell that I went through, then it'll be worth it. The whole journey was worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's bond together. Yes. Starting an army.
Are you ready?
How do you co-parent with Nancy? How does that?
co-parent.
How does she feel
work? How do you
about
balance
whole
it? How does she
episode in
feel about you?
itself.
Yeah,
Right there.
Next episode.
Oh yeah.
It's tough. It's really tough because one of my biggest critics is Nancy.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. And it's okay. It's okay because she has those fears, you know?
Yeah.
And like, Jorge, what are you doing? And you're putting our kids out there, and you know, you're putting me in the shadows as the most like the worst mother that's never there. I'm like, no, it's not even about that. Like, I put you out there. It's just like, this is my channel with my kids. You know, we're separated. We're separated, and we're not together.
Your life now.
And we chose our paths, and so it's been something like I'm trying to put myself in her shoes as a mother, as a woman, you know, and how it's what it's like, but it's horrible. But I don't know how to fix that. I just do what I do with my kids, and I feel like it's a great thing, so I keep doing it. I'm always there for her, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. She thinks I'm not, but lately we've been talking. It's not always pretty, you know that. Like, it's not always pretty. But it's so good. It's like we can talk. She can come over, hang out, and like, hey, like, how was your day and stuff.
That's so important.
To your friends, yeah.
And that's so important for the
difference.
kids because it's not about like our arguments. It's not about like what you did, because it's so easy to bring up the past. She's more about regime, more about order, more about, you know, very simple, very you know, organize, take care of this, be very like, you know, respectful, which is not how I am. I'm more about like being very liberal, being very expressful, artistic, which is, I think, a good balance.
Yeah, it is.
Right, because you need
know?
the discipline to, you know, in life too, and sometimes the disciplinarian, I know, gets the bad rap.
Yeah.
I know a lot of parents,
You
you know,
have to.
but sometimes, you know, you need that as well. So it can
Yeah.
be,
So I don't want to harp on her. I don't want to say anything bad about her because I think she's doing what she's doing well. She's just not doing it like I am, and I
It's
feel
the hardest thing.
It's
They're
hard.
doing it their way, you're doing it your way. You
Like,
have to somehow.
3.5 days each. That's how it
hard.
is. Every single week.
I think it's important too. Like, I remember speaking to you, and you were going to Australia, and she was going with you, so you were getting her involved in the things that you were doing with your kids.
Yeah, she
So that's
went.
important.
She went. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie, but
can't imagine
Oh,
traveling to a
man.
foreign country with my ex. I'd be like, yeah,
But, you know, it's important for her to be there because she's also she's a big part of Alexa, and she's also a big part of Liliana. So
Well, you brought your guitar. Can you sing something for us?
yeah, sure. I'm a little sick, but I'm getting out of it. So if it comes out a little bad, not as good as her
gonna be
voice.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you how horrible it is.
Okay.
We'll tell you.
Your worst critic.
Here is an original song by Jorge called Way Back Home.
The fall leaves are missing the summer. I wonder if you miss the sunshine hiding in our hearts. Remember the good times, your laughter, the fire in our souls. I wonder if we can make it now. Got to find a way. We've got to find a way. The sun hides, the clouds bring the lightning, the sparks me back to life. Your eyes still contain that energy. So why then do we fall in trenches? If one look sparks it all, can we find a safer way back home? We've got to find a way. We've got to find a way. Got to find a way. We've got to find a way. Got to find a way. We've got to find a way.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
It was
awesome.
amazing.
We had our first musical performance.
Yes,
here.
yes.
It was amazing.
On Kayli's couch.
All right. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page for the giveaway, and we will be here next week.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
And don't forget to subscribe to Reality Changers. All right?
Links below.
The link below.
Links. Check out the links.